need a hero. Just look in the mirror. No one's gonna save you now, so you better save yourself.
Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for stopping by my place where we hang out and have conversations about people in the entertainment industry. Now let's get ready for some sugar talk. Hello, beautiful people. Before I give my commentary, I would like to discuss an incident that happened here in Chicago a couple of days ago. When a young mother was walking her two children home from school when they were violently attacked and jumped on by a bunch of barbaric 8th grade bullies. I'm about to show you the video footage, and I don't care about anyone's opinion, because when you see this footage, it's all the way visually and morally fucked up. We need to do better. But those little kids fucked around and found out. After hearing what happened to this woman and her children, the community of Chicago showed up and showed out by going to the elementary school ready to put belt to ass.
Chicago police are now investigating after a 33-year-old mother named Korshanda and her 9-year-old son were viciously attacked near 106th and Bensley. Her young daughter was also there. The terrifying incident unfolded just a couple blocks away from Orville Bright Elementary School, where the boy is a student. Korshanda says they were walking home when a group of kids began following them, then started punching and kicking the mother and son.
They fought my son, they hit my son first, all in his face. Then they dragged me in the grass and pulled my little baby hair. I'm trying to get justice for my son. I'm thankful for everybody that came out here today to support me.
Community members rallied outside the school today with the boys' parents calling for justice. Korshanda says her son has been bullied at Bright and claims the administration isn't doing enough to protect him. We have Chicago Public Schools' response, but first, a local rapper, Lil Zay Osama, is now coming forward to help. He says he wants to fly the mom and son to LA for dinner and Christmas shopping and has a message for other children listening.
It's just something that shouldn't be going on. Kids should be able to go to school and be comfortable walking home from school and at school learning, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids at that age should not be doing things like that, especially to an adult and to their peers that go to school with them. That's crazy. That shouldn't be happening in our community. We got to do better.
The disrespect of it all. When I first seen this shit, I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed off. Not only as a mother, but as a human being. Is this what we on? Is this what we feeling in our communities? Nah, we not honoring that trifling ass behavior. 2 days later, the community came together along with senators and rappers and moved this young lady and her children out of that neighborhood so she can enroll her children into a safe school system where she doesn't have to worry about her son being bullied. So I will leave you with this message. This is an account directly from Korshanda Hatter of what happened to her and her children that day. She states, "I'm so drained and emotional. I had to watch my son get slammed to the ground while they were banging my son's head into the concrete. He was trying to get to me because I was getting jumped. He was terrified, and so was my daughter. And the little boy pulled my youngest baby hair. She was hollering and crying. Y'all, do y'all know I was so hurt I couldn't get to my kids. I feel like I failed my kids, but also didn't want to put my hands on a minor. It's definitely a law, y'all. I'm sitting here crying. I can still hear the cries of my kids saying, 'Mommy, help me. I'm hurt. I'm scared.' My kids did not want to go home. My mama had to come get them. Yo, I'm so hurt. And for all you people on this app claiming I was scary and bogus for not helping my kids, how could I? when they had me on the ground stomping me out. Then they involved my daughter. A 12-year-old boy pulled my 6-year-old daughter's hair. No, I'm not okay. I'm torn. My prayers go out to this woman and her children, and may they prosper in life and have a beautiful life in their new place. Now, it's time to get into a little sugar talk. Thanks for listening. You know, there's a curious thing happening in the entertainment world today. If you pause for a moment, if you listen with a clear and quiet mind, you'll notice something subtle. The industry often speaks to us as if we're all sitting together in one enormous, never ending group chat. Not a personal conversation, not a sincere one on one, just a giant digital thread buzzing with assumptions about what we think, what we want, and what we'll simply go along with. And the funny thing is, none of us ever asks to be added. In boardrooms across the industry, there's a belief, almost a superstition, that the audience moves like a single flock. A trend rises, and suddenly everything must follow it. A sound becomes popular, and instantly it becomes the sound. A moment goes viral, and the system tries to stretch that moment into a year. But human beings are not echoes. We don't all drift in the same direction. We don't all crave the same flavor. And we certainly don't want copies of yesterday's idea served over and over. When everything starts to look the same, it gets harder, much harder to see ourselves in any of it. There's a quiet truth here. We want to choose. We want to explore. We want to define what moves us on our own terms. Then, of course, there are the leaks. Not the chaotic accidents of the past, but those strangely convenient midnight drops, the blurry screenshots, the totally unexpected clip release just when the marketing team clocks in. These things don't fall out of the sky. They're planted. Seeds in the soil of online conversation. Because if they can spark debate, any debate, they know the message will travel faster. Fans arguing, reacting, stitching, quote tweeting, it's all free promotion. This is the new strategy, not to speak to audiences, but to provoke them. Not marketing, but discourse farming. Plant the rumor, let the crowd water it. But there's something happening now that the industry can't always predict. We speak back, not with hesitation, but with instant clarity. A forced trend appears, a lazy campaign drops, a decision feels disconnected from the people, and immediately the comments, the stitches, the posts say, no, this isn't what we asked for. Try again, this ain't it. It's kind of a collective discernment. A reminder that even though we stand together in the digital world, we do not think as one unit. The group chat might be huge, but the minds inside it all are still individual. And that brings us to the heart of it. Audiences today aren't satisfied with being treated like a hive mind. We crave something deeper, authenticity, variety, creative courage, stories that feel like they were made by real people, music that hasn't been sanded down to fit an algorithm, voices with sincerity instead of strategy. There's a quiet shift happening, a movement away from the noise of the group chat and toward the clarity of individual expression. In a world that tries so hard to synchronize our tastes, people are choosing to stand apart, to rediscover their own inner compass. So why does the industry act like we're all in one big group chat? I don't know. Maybe it's easier. Maybe it's predictable. Maybe it's all they ever known. But more and more, the audience is stepping out of that assumption. We're choosing individuality. We're gravitating towards creators who speak with honesty and not echo chambers. And in that quiet movement, that subtle but powerful shift, we discover something important. We were never one giant group chat. We were millions of distant voices, finally learning to be heard again. Okay, chat, now I need to hear from you. Do you feel Chicagoans came through for this mother and her children? What do you feel about the entertainment industry putting us in the group chat? Are any of you guys suffering from group chat fatigue? Sound off in the comments, like the video, and subscribe. And once again, thanks for hanging out with me at my place. But as the saying goes, you don't have to go home, but you gotta get the hell on out of here. Bye.